hello world. As you can see, this video is a little longer than my usual vlog, but it's the most interesting I've done, and I think a year from now is gonna be the video that I will most appreciate watching. So I decided to go and ask my teachers a few questions, and I thought it was gonna be like a little fun video, like have a few confessions, and it was very interesting at the end of the day. So I wish you guys to watch the whole thing, because I might not be a fan of school, but I'm a fan of people and I'm a fan of teachers. And I believe they have some interesting stuff they have to tell you. And if you're lucky enough, like me, to still be in a good university, go and talk to your teachers. That's a challenge I want to give to you today. Go tomorrow, go to class and ask your teacher a question. Maybe it's about his field or maybe it's about something else. So that's the challenge I want to give you. Watch the whole thing, leave a thumbs up, and tell me, I want to do more interviews like those. Tell me, do you like questions that are more personal or questions that are more professional for teachers? Tell me in the comments after watching the video. Love you, Mom. Peace.
Hi, my name is Veronica Baños.
Hi, my name is Sergio Rios.
Hello, my name is Salvatore.
Well, my name is Rodrigo Levy.
My name is Susana Morales. I teach marketing, consumer behavior, and marketing research at Tec.
I'm a teacher here at the Tec de Monterrey in campus Guadalajara. I teach innovation and economics.
I teach negotiations here at the Tec campus Guadalajara.
I am teaching doing business in Mexico.
Well, I'm teaching family business. Well, the correct name is Accelerating Models in Family Business. And, well, I'm here.
Question one. Can you tell me your proudest accomplishment as a teacher?
Okay, that's a very interesting question.
Well, I have many.
My proudest accomplishment as a teacher.
It's a tough question.
I think one of my accomplishments are that most of my students, when they finish taking classes with me and they enter to work, they still contact me to try to develop projects together.
Satisfaction at the end of the course when students say they really enjoyed it and learned a lot, and that they're gonna use the concepts in their everyday life.
But it's when my students write me back and they say, I made it to Harvard, I'm on my master program and I'm reviewing the material you gave me, so it makes me really proud of them. And when I feel proud of them, I feel proud of myself because I think I taught them something important.
I think the proudest accomplishments that I have is when my students come up to do things that they don't believe they have.
When a former student of mine, said to me that my class, or what I was telling him, was that he learned how to teach, because I was his professor, and he said, now I know, because I was a really annoying student. Now I know what does that feel to be on the other side, and really, I'm sorry.
Then at the end, I think I am useful for them. And we have been very successful with some projects that we have run together. Then that's an achievement that I believe, to leave something inside them that at the end they know that they can be useful for their professional life.
That goes from, in a class, finding out a passion, something that they want to do for later, that has happened, to, in this case, for instance, innovation, putting their own company and having high valuations of the company.
Actually, just today I got a message from a former student that she says you inspired me to love marketing, so I was studying a marketing degree, a marketing master degree, so that's amazing. It makes me really proud of myself.
Really, I'm sorry, I was so annoying to you when I was a student, so I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. I know now.
And you were proud of it?
Oh yes, I'm proud of it, but now you know.
Yeah, now I know. Question two. What have you learned since you started teaching?
Ooh, a ton of things. Every single semester I learn everything different.
I've learned a lot since I started teaching.
Well, I think a lot. I think I've learned by observing people.
I think the importance of caring about the students.
I have learned that I don't know everything, and every time that I teach in a class, I learn something different.
Mainly because I didn't study to be a teacher. I learned mainly about myself and about human interaction.
Okay, so more than theory, more than keeping yourself fresh with all the new theoretical concepts. I think it's that if you really care about the students, you're involved with them, that they learn and they appreciate it and they themselves have something to learn about the experience.
I learn from my students, mainly when I have them coming from different parts of the world. I learn from their culture. I even learn to prepare for them, so that's part of the things I love the most of my job.
But if you tell me what I have learned, that you always learn something new in every single class and with every single student.
I've learned how to work with people of different nations, from Europe, Asia, Africa, and Mexico, and Latin America, the US, of course, and Canada, and to also work with people's different ages.
I love to teach, and but I discovered that I have fun teaching, and I think one of my philosophies is once I'm not having fun, I'm going to stop teaching.
27 years and still having fun.
Yeah, still having fun.
Cool.
And because every single semester I have new kids and my new students, and I think it's a blessing to have the job.
One of my favorite artists says, once I'll stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. And that's exactly what you just echoed. Question 3, it's a funny one. One famous person that you think could be a good teacher and why?
Who could it be? One famous person.
Sure, yeah.
Ooh, that's not an easy thing.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
That's a difficult one.
Ooh, if Walt Disney lived, he would be amazing.
Walt Disney?
Yeah, he would be an amazing teacher about services marketing.
I'll put someone, but I really admire him for the way he manages his life and what he has accomplished. I believe Roger Federer could be a very good teacher. Why? Because Federer, Roger, he has accomplished a lot while learning a lot through the way. And the way he behaves or the way he has contacts with people when they get interviewed, you see that he has deep thought. He will teach a very human way of experience, and I think that's why he will be a great teacher.
I think Obama would make a good job. He has very good speeches, so I think he would be good with people. Even his wife could be as well. Michelle Obama could be a good teacher as well.
What do you think they would teach?
Politics, of course. Or maybe law, or it could be even something cultural, because they have a very wide culture, so it could be something from culture.
I would think that any actor who is a comedian would be a great teacher. I think one of the things that in many cases is missing from teaching and classes is a little humor, and people retain the concept better when they're having fun in class.
I think I admire the work of Meryl Streep. She's a really, really good actor, and also Helen Mirren. And I think both I would have a lesson from them. I would love to see them teaching to new actors or performing, or I don't know. I feel both could be the best teachers of acting or performing.
My best teacher was a guy was called Carlos Casasus. At the time that he was my teacher, he was the CEO for the telecommunication company in Mexico, Telmex. His way of teaching was fantastic because he every time arrived with new problems. The problem could be in human resources, the problem could be with manufacturing resources. They ask us how we will solve that problem, and at the end they will teach us or taught us how he did it.
Question 4. One confession or a small bad thing you did or a funny story since you started teaching?
Okay. I'm trying to think. I had many.
Okay, one time, well, I had my classes at 7 in the morning, so I took a shower and I put gel on my hair, and I was so asleep that I forgot to comb my hair. So I came to class with all my hairs, all over the place. No one said anything, so I was, until noon that day in the office that people started looking at me kind of weird. So that's something funny that happened one day.
Yeah, I was so sure that students would not say anything.
Once I felt very bad about a homework our student made. I checked it and I used it as an example of my class, but I didn't see he had something very personal on it. on his pharmacy receipt. So we worked on that. The student said, oh, he's taking things for something very personal, so I felt awful with him. Of course, I said, I'm sorry, like 100 times every single time I see him. And even though he's not my student anymore, I keep saying, I'm sorry, it was my bad. So.
First day of my teaching career, I was forced to teach. My former boss just instructed us you have to choose an assignment, well, a course, you have to teach. And he told me, well, I don't know what you have to do, but you have to teach at 10 o'clock today. But how am I going to leave this direction because everybody's going to be there? So how am I going to be able to be at my class, just at my classroom, just with all these new students, and also at my office, trying to solve all these problems, since it was the first day of class at this campus. Wow. And I was really upset, and I was really angry at him. Went to my classroom, and all my students were there, and well, that was my first experience as a professor. And I felt, when I realized I was there, and I was teaching, I didn't have any prep before about how to teach. And I thought, well, this is unnatural. I'm a natural, so I love this. Why am I? And nobody noticed. And I asked my students after that, I think at the end of the semester, did you notice I was really upset that day? No. And we thought you had, I don't know, about 10 years of experience teaching. And I thought, no, it was my first day of class ever. So, really? No, you're lying. Yeah, really. So I think it was a funny story, but also I think that day gave me a clue of what was my mission in life.
So there was a psychology class, kind of related, sociology, psychology class, that a teacher was supposed to teach. He was foreigner, I believe, and he, at the end of the day, he couldn't come to Mexico, he couldn't teach. Now, I have a master's on geopolitics, not on sociology, but they needed a teacher, so they put me there. And I had to teach sociology and psychology. But it was interesting because I got into a place that I wasn't used to teach something that I know mostly nothing about. And that's very difficult. And mainly when how to become, as I told you, the expert, something you know. It gives the relationship of the whole class a next level, because you are learning with them. So you're not only learning from them, but you're learning with them, and you learn about the mistakes you're making. And actually that pushed me to accept the courses of innovation that I hadn't taught before. And it teaches you a lot about that. And I think that's actually a funny one. When they told me that 2 days before they started the class. So I had to run and just go into books on the internet and library to know the most I can about those topics.
Something funny, what we say? Well, something funny is that many of my students, they have a family-owned business, and of course, the owner of the business or the CEO of the business is the father. Then, when they want to propose something to his father or to her father, they use me. Then they say, teacher, can you go with the company and talk to my father about this and say that this is your idea, but you support me? Then that's very funny, because that happened many times, that I have to talk with the father and I said, look, this is a good project, please, you have to do it. Then at least I have 5 cases that I have had to talk with the father in order to push to do a special project for them.
Last question, it's a kind of bonus question. You're going to finish my sentence. So my sentence starts with, I have been teaching Sammy for a month, and he...
I have been teaching Sammy for a month now, and he...
And he's a very dynamic person.
And he's, I guess, pretty involved and pretty open. He's pretty participative in class, and I think he's adjusting pretty well to the culture here in Mexico.
I have been teaching Sammy for a month, and...
I love it.
I'm happy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
He is very clever and very wise.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Very nice. I have been teaching Sammy for a month, and he... ...
And he's great. I think he's having fun, at least at my class. And I know he's really intelligent. And well, as far as I've been grading his exam, he's doing well. So
Thank you.
okay. So that's pretty much what I think about it.
Thank you so much. Well,
No.
have a great day.
Same to you, Sammy. And I hope you can sleep.
Yeah, well, she said I'm intelligent.